We're headed to Tom Riddle's grave.
So excited.
We're really excited. In the heart of Edinburgh. Let's go see where he has laid to rest. This is so hard to find.
From its legendary castles to its inspiration on J.K. Rowling, you could get lost in trying to find all Scotland has to offer. But what if you only had hours? While on a work trip to the UK, we had to catch all of the once-in-a-lifetime moments while on the go, and found that a little planning goes a long way when you're besieging Edinburgh Castle or getting lost in Glasgow. And this is our top list of things that you absolutely have to check out when you come. He's Jeff, I'm Jessica, and this is Weekend Runaways in the UK. Our journey began in Edinburgh, the perfect place to shake off jet lag, where the echoes of bagpipes in the streets ensures you'll be wide awake. With limited time, I highly suggest you explore Old Town, stretching along the ridge beneath Edinburgh Castle, perched dramatically on Castle Rock, an extinct volcanic hill. Here you'll find the Royal Mile, lined with whiskey houses and time-worn shops that feel as though they've been lifted straight from the pages of a J.K. Rowling novel. You can't come to Edinburgh without visiting the castle, the crown that sits right on top of the city. Perched on Castle Rock, this fortress has been standing here for nearly 1,000 years. Most of what we see today dates back to the 12th century, though parts of it are even older. It's wild to think how many lives have passed through these gates. Kings, queens, soldiers, and of course, one of Scotland's most famous royals, Mary, Queen of Scots. She actually lived here for a time, and it's where she gave birth to her son, James VI, who would later unite the crowns of Scotland and England and commission the King James Bible. It's one of those moments in history where you realize how much began within these walls. I couldn't film the crown jewels, they're guarded pretty closely, but just know that seeing them in person, knowing they've survived centuries of war and rebellion, was surreal. As I walked into the Great Hall, I had this funny deja vu moment. It looked so much like the one from the show Rain, which I used to binge watch. Turns out they actually modeled parts of the set after this very hall. But honestly, standing here, on the same stones Mary once walked, it's humbling. You can almost feel the weight of her story, the power, the tragedy, the legacy she left behind. And it makes you think, centuries from now, what traces of our lives will still remain? A small group of us were drawn toward a corner of Scotland not everyone was eager to explore. Our first stop, Victoria Street, rumored to be the original inspiration for a Diagon Alley in the Harry Potter series. And after just a few moments wandering its cobblestone, it was easy to understand why. Colorful shop fronts clung to the hill, each window hinting at hidden stories and peculiar treasures waiting to be discovered. But as tempting as it was to linger here, we had a specific mission to complete. If only we could find
I
it.
think we take this west bow and then...
But we're going there?
We're going here.
Okay.
Our mission for the day was to uncover a gravestone said to have inspired the name of one of J.K. Rowling's most infamous characters.
We're headed to Tom Riddle's grave.
So excited.
We're really excited. In the heart of Edinburgh. Let's go see where he has laid to rest.
Somewhere among these weathered stones, history and legend intertwined, and surely 2 Jessicas would be more than enough to find it.
Pointing at it. Pointing at it. This is so hard to find.
Maybe not.
Hold it. Yes, that's it. Oh, you know what? It might be right here. I think we found it. Riddle. This is where J.K. Rowling got the name Tom Riddle, who is Lord Voldemort in her famous books. He passed away in 1819. These graves are so amazing.
Best villain ever.
He died in Edinburgh. Our hunt is complete, and I can't tell you how to get here. Well, we found Tom Riddle's grave, we found Sirius Black's grave, and I think we might look at McGonagall's on our way out, but this is a truly incredible graveyard. Even if you're not a fan of J.K. Rowling, there's so much history here. The gravestones are hundreds of years old, and so if you're a fan of history at all, I highly recommend checking it out and walking through. It's quite beautiful.
While our spirits were high on adventure, our souls needed a pick-me-up. Just down a quiet street sat an Insta-famous coffee stop known as the Milkman. Tucked away and effortlessly charming, it felt like a small reward after the hunt.
Hello. Can I have 2 peanut butter and chocolate? Okay, can I have an Americano?
Stopped over at the Milkman. It used to be in an old cigar shop, and we got a cafe espresso macchiato, which apparently is just an espresso shot, and a peanut butter chocolate chip cookie. Look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Well, that's good espresso. This is good. There's 2 of them here. The Milkman surely delivered.
Though our time in Edinburgh had come to an end, our journey through Scotland was only just beginning, and our ragtag crew turned south for Glasgow, trading rolling green hills for the hum of the UK Underground.
Consumer Central. Good morning. Today we're spending the day here in downtown Glasgow. We took the tube underground down here, just a few stops away, not bad, and gonna spend the day here in the shopping district. They have tons of stores that you would think, you know, Victoria's Secret, H&M, TGI Friday. It was a little surprising. But also lots of cute little shops. So we're gonna go get coffee right now. We're on a mission. I only had 1 cup and that's not gonna do it.
Let me tell you something about these streets. It happens to be where Marvel is currently filming the new Spider-Man movie. That's right, this very strip will be shifted to appear like the Big Apple itself. Apparently, it's cheaper to fly an entire cast and crew to Scotland than it is to film in New York City. Crazy, right? After an afternoon of strolling and shopping, we slowed things down a bit and had a proper traditional tea at the Willow Tea Rooms.
Right. We're at the Willow Tea Rooms where we just had lunch, and I couldn't leave without getting a traditional Scottish scone with cream and jam. And I've been seeing everyone eat these everywhere we go, and they look amazing, so I'm really excited to try it. All right, cheers. If you're a fan of scones, this is for you. It's so soft. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I love Scotland.
We set out away from the city in search of Loch Lomond. The largest loch in Great Britain, Loch Lomond is famous for not a single fairy tale, but because it feels like a place where stories are born, passed down by fireside rather than written text. Known as the gateway to the untamed Highlands, a walk around Loch Lomond will instantly put you in touch with what makes Scotland so special and perhaps convince you to start believing in fairy tales again.
And to think that hundreds of years ago, people would, sing songs about wanting to return home here. It's also where so many fairy tales have been born as well. And it's easy to see why. The hills are so big, but they're so green. It almost kind of baffles your mind. Like, it doesn't make sense being a girl from Colorado and living in California where the hills are more brown, but here they're the stuff of legends.
Won't you stay? Won't you stay?
During your stop here, you'll see charming homes, quaint gift shops, and one delicious bakery where they serve coffee, tea, and of course, scones. It's simply the perfect spot to say, wait out an afternoon rainstorm.
Loch Lomond is beautiful. Got a little gift from the gift shop to remember it by. But the sun is out and everything is so green here. I can't get over it, but sad to have to leave, but our time in Scotland is not yet done, so I'm excited to see what other treasures we're going to find out here.
Well, we had Edinburgh and Glasgow checked off the list. It was time to head south, and I had no idea the castles that awaited me there. If you liked this video, then please like and subscribe to our channel so you can catch more of our Scotland adventures coming soon.